Hello, this is the first tutorial on Revit, and it's starting with something very basic. I'm going to be using Revit 2017, but with these tutorials, it won't change anything to use a more recent version. We're going to keep it quite simple with just starting a new project. So you have two options. You can go to Projects and select New here, or you can go to the Revit or File menu and click New and click Project. A box should open up asking for a template. I'm just going to use an architectural template because that's my profession. But just make sure Create New Project is selected here. And then we'll just click OK. It's very simple. Now I'm going to work independently on a Revit model by myself. So I'm just going to save a single file, but you may want to share a model with other consultants, in which case the project might have a central file which everyone can modify. And if that is the case, that could be on a server location, whereas you may also have a copy on your personal computer, and Revit will synchronize these, or you can tell it to synchronize them at key times so that everyone can modify that project at the same time. But for the purpose of this, we're going to keep it simple. I'm going to be the only one working on this project, so it's going to be in a single location. When it opens up, you should be able to see your interface. The toolbars across the top with all of the different tools you can use, currently under the Architecture tab. You have a project browser down the left. This is showing you all of the different views you can select. The floor plans, ceiling plans, elevations. If you want to know which view in the center of the page is currently selected, the level 1 here is in bold text, so that should tell you that that is the current view. You might also notice that the elevations are listed here automatically, and the icons are in the level 1 floor plan here already, so you can select those if you wish. The project browser should also have a few more tabs for legends. Go into that later, schedules, and of course sheets for when you present your project. The families are the objects and how they're collated together. We'll go into that in a later tutorial. And then groups. The center of your page is the work page. We're looking at a plan, so level 1 plan. So once we start to draw a model, we'll be looking down on our project here. And we have some controls here for the views, zoom controls, and then you have a properties bar. At the minute, this properties bar is just showing the settings for the floor plan. That's because nothing else has been selected on screen. As you select each object, this will change to show you the properties of the object. Now this is a fine setup at the minute, but you may wish to move your project browser. If you work from two screens, I'd recommend putting the project browser on another screen. Once you add lots of views, it gets better. It gets much easier to manage those views separately and keeping the window for your drawing work. I just recommend once you've started a project that you go to File, up here in the Revit menu, Save As, and then select Project. I just want you to do this to check the location you're saving your project. I'm just going to put it into my documents here. And I'm just going to select this existing file, testhouse1.revit. And I'm just going to save in that with that name and in that location. You may want to check your maximum backups as the file is saved, especially if you're using a very large file. That might take up quite a lot of space. I'm happy with these settings, so I'm just going to save, and it's going to ask me to overwrite that existing file. Don't worry if you don't have to overwrite something. This is just an old file that I want to replace, and I'm happy to do that. And we should now be set up with a file, a new project, and we're ready to start drawing. So I'll end that basic tutorial there. Thank you.